Hey, and welcome to Star Wars 101. In this video, I'm going to be going over the 5th lightsaber form. If you guys enjoy this video, then make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below telling me what you think of this form. And with all that said, let's dive in. Form 5, also known as the Way of the Krayt Dragon, the Perseverance form, or its two primary styles, Shien and Djem, was the 5th form of lightsaber combat used by the members of the Jedi Order. Form 5 was developed by practitioners of Form 3 who saw the need for better offensive capabilities. These Jedi valued Sarisu's defensive techniques, but sought a form that better incorporated attacks. While Form 4 went in an entirely opposed direction compared to Form 3, focusing almost completely on offense, Shien practitioners tempered Form 3's potent defensive maneuvers with an increased emphasis on attack. In the eyes of some Jedi, Form 3 wasted time and energy by focusing exclusively on defense and simply waiting for an opportunity to attack. Form 5 maintained many of the defensive techniques of Sarisu, but instead actively sought to create an opening to attack. The form achieved this primarily by redirecting an opponent's attack back against them. This could range from literally deflecting a blaster bolt back at the shooter or following up a parry with a counterattack. Form 5's Shien variant was the first to appear. Shien continued down Sarisu's path in seeking an effective combat style in the light of continued prominence of blasters throughout the galaxy. Shien's primary focus in this regard was the use of a lightsaber to not only stop blaster bolts, but reflect them back at the very enemies firing them, transforming the enemy's blaster into a weapon of the Jedi. This technique proved so successful and effective that virtually all Jedi incorporated it into their practice, regardless of their favored form. The Djem variant of Form 5 developed some centuries later to address inadequacies of the form for combating opponents in melee. Djem emphasized defense against melee attacks, particularly by foes wielding lightsabers. The principles and approach, however, were largely the same as Shien, and the maneuvers and techniques that did vary were not adequately different to mark Djem as a distinct form. Most practitioners of Form 5 practice both Shien and Djem techniques to remain prepared for any type of foe, though practitioners might have favored one over the other. Form 5 practitioners always had to be ready to spring to the attack from a defensive position and return to protection when momentum ran low. While Shicho and Ataru forced the situation, and Sarisu waited patiently for an opportunity, Shien and Djem sought to control the momentum of battle, cleverly using whatever circumstances arose to their advantage. Form 5 was a physically demanding style, calling on a user to quickly transition from a dedicated defensive stance to all-out attack. The key to Shien's success was attacking without warning, when the foe least expected it. Both strength and speed were required to immediately follow up a block or parry with a powerful series of strikes, before the enemy could prepare their own defense. Form 5 contained a number of maneuvers for closing distance with a blaster-wielding opponent. However, it lacked the mobility of Ataru. Once locked in melee combat, a Djem fighter moves little, except for what footwork is required to press the assault against a foe. Likewise, shielding oneself from the blaster fire of numerous opponents greatly limited one's mobility. Shien practitioners sometimes used a distinctive reverse grip considered old-fashioned or outdated by the time of the Clone Wars. Advocates of the technique believed that the grip allowed a warrior to leverage power. Others argued that it was less effective for defensive maneuvers, which marked the approach as quite debatable among Form 5 masters. Probably the most famous Form 5 practitioner was Anakin Skywalker. During the attack of the clones, the Clone Wars, and the Revenge of the Sith, Anakin used Form 5 with amazing proficiency, especially for his age and the amount of time he trained. He fought General Grievous, killed Count Dooku, and destroyed almost every Jedi in the Temple during Operation Nightfall. However, he eventually experienced a devastating loss at the hands of his former master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and was reconstructed into the monstrous Darth Vader that we all know.